Let's start our coverage of Russia-Ukraine conflict day 4. What happened last night? Kiev. What happened there? Ukrainians are fighting back in Kiev. Secondly, dozens of Russian soldiers have been taken prisoner. Thirdly, a dam has been blown up by Russians. And fourthly, Western nations are freezing Russian assets. These assets are worth more than 400 billion US dollars. It could lead to huge pressure, tremendous pressure upon Russian government. Firstly, viewers, Kiev, Ukrainian forces are fighting back. Ukrainian civilians are fighting back in Kiev. Russians are facing very stiff resistance from the north and from the west. Russians tried to enter Kiev. They did enter Kiev in the outskirts of Kiev, in the suburbs of Kiev. Even in Kiev city, there was infiltration of Russian forces and Russia-backed elements. But Ukrainian forces seem to have countered this first onslaught on Kiev. Kiev is under Ukrainian control. Ukraine is consolidating its control of Kiev. 48 hours ago, it seemed Kiev was about to fall. Russians were moving in on Kiev from all sides. But things have changed. Ukrainians are now in control of the capital. Just a few hours ago, Mykola Povorozenek, deputy head of Kiev city, also confirmed that Ukrainian forces are in full control of Kiev, and that is what we are learning from the ground, that Russians were hoping to take Kiev quickly, but they are facing resistance and urban combat is still going on, but Russians are not in a position to capture Kiev completely in coming hours. So first onslaught from Russians on Ukrainian capital has been repelled by Ukrainian army, Ukrainian civilians, Ukrainian government. Zelensky was out in the streets of Kiev yesterday. There were rumors that he had fled the country, but he led his forces from the front, and Ukraine has managed to protect its capital Kiev so far, viewers. Secondly, an official statement from Ukraine that it has captured 200 Russian soldiers. 200 Russian soldiers are now war prisoners, prisoners of war, which is mostly in conflicts when countries release statements about prisoners of war. The numbers are not exaggerated because you are acknowledging that enemy soldiers are in your custody. So you are then responsible for the protection too. So if Ukraine says that it has 200 Russian soldiers as prisoners of war, the numbers are not exaggerated. Yes, the numbers in terms of inflicting losses on the other side could be inflated, like how many vehicles, how many tanks, how many jets of the other side have been destroyed. These numbers could be inflated, but the numbers numbers related to prisoners of war, they are not inflated. It means Russians are facing resistance. Their first onslaught has been countered by Ukrainians, and now they're gradually fighting back. We yesterday saw some videos showing several Russian military equipment, Russian military machines deserted on the streets of Ukraine. Not deserted, some of them got out of order, some of them ran out of fuel. They were facing problems. In wars, you must not face such problems. Armies should not face problems like lack of fuel, like the poor quality of your equipment. In a video clip, Ukrainian can be seen stopping by some Russians whose tank or APC has gone out of order, and he makes fun of them. He says, can I help you to tow it back to Russia? So you see that Ukrainian morale is very high because they're defending their territory. Morale matters a lot in wars, we know. By the way, viewers, this is the fifth war which I am covering. Turkey-Syria war, then Libya war, and after that Azerbaijan-Armenia war, then Tigray, now this one, Ukraine-Russia war. Apart from that, we have covered several conflicts like in Yemen, like Turkey-Greece tensions, and some coverage of Afghanistan war as well. So this channel is a unique channel that it is covering, it has covered major conflicts in the world which have happened in the past few years. Now, one more thing about Russian soldiers taken prisoner by Ukraine. Ukrainian Major General Boris Kremesky says that these captured Russian soldiers are ill-trained and under-equipped, and they are as young as 19-year-old, and they're not well trained. They're being allowed to talk to their parents in Russia. Their parents are surprised that their sons have been taken prisoner in Ukraine. Watch this video clip showing a piece of equipment of Russian military gone out of order. A Ukrainian motorist stops by and he offers them to tow it back to Russia. Watch this clip, then some of the news stories. Thirdly, Russia has blown up a dam which was stopping the supply of clean drinking water to Crimea. Russia took control of Crimea in 2014. Ukraine says Crimea is part of Ukraine. After that, Ukraine built a dam at North Crimean Canal. The dam stopped the supply of drinking water to Crimea. Russia has been calling for the restoration of water supply to Crimea. It has been one of the sources of conflict between Ukraine and Russia, because Crimea had no supply of drinking water due to this dam. The dam has been destroyed by Russian Air Force. We have a clip for you. In the clip, you can clearly see that the dam at North Crimean Canal has been blown up by Russian Air Force, and supply of drinking water to Crimea has been restored, because this dam was blocking the supply of drinking water to Crimea. Watch this clip showing Russian Air Force attack on North Crimean Canal Dam, which has been destroyed, and supply of water to Crimea has been restored. Lastly, viewers, Russian economy could be in trouble. Western nations are preparing to impose very stringent sanctions on Russia. Sanctions have been imposed, but more sanctions are in the pipeline, and Russian foreign assets are being freezed. How much are these Russian foreign assets? 630 billion US dollars. Out of 630 billion US dollars, Russia has 130 billion US dollars worth gold. 60 billion US dollars are in China, and 440 billion US dollars of Russian assets, they are in G7 countries. And G7 countries are meeting. In fact, they have met. They have decided to freeze these 440 billion US dollars Russian assets. If these assets are frozen, Russian economy could come under serious pressure, viewers. Russia, I don't think it was expecting such a response from EU countries. We could see an action regarding SWIFT as well. Consensus is being built to remove Russia from SWIFT. Because if we see two decisions, removal of Russia from SWIFT and freezing of these 440 billion US dollars assets of Russian government, it could be a decisive, a major blow to Russian economy. It has not been announced so far, the freezing of these 440 billion US dollars and removal of Russia from SWIFT, but consensus is being built, and some countries which were against this move, they are being convinced, like Hungary, Germany, and reportedly they are now agreeing to this move. If it happens, it could be a huge blow to Russian economy. Will keep you updated. Thanks for watching.